I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care about a lot of these tees, but Resell's looking real nice right now, so we're just gonna say this week is fire. Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome to Stalk and welcome to yet another video. Today we are going to go over this week's Supreme drop list. It is week 18. Yes, we are slowly but surely encroaching upon the end of Supreme. That being said, this week is really nice. I am somewhat worried about the next couple weeks unless they are headlined by some really good collaborations. It's looking like the rest of the season might be kind of dead. However, in the last week, we did get confirmation that punch hole Vans to match the punch hole denim jacket is going to be dropping. Now, those are expected to drop next week or the week after. A lot of people expected them to drop this week because the news was announced on the weekend. However, that being said, it was never confirmed as to an actual drop date. It was just announced. And I'm not gonna lie, those are looking really nice, and I would definitely be interested in acquiring some of those. But this week, we still got some heat. We still got some fire. We definitely have some pieces for resale because Supreme announced the spring summer tees and they are looking oh so beautiful for my bank account. That being said, if you do want to get into resale, I would recommend checking out the premium Discord. This is the perfect week to check it out. The top link in the description will be a link to the Discord, and you can use my code STAR, S-T-A-R-R, for 15% off your membership. I do want to clarify something because it seems like a lot of people think cook groups are for bot users. If anything, a cook group helps kind of even out the power dynamic and allow manual users access to some of the opportunities that bot users, people who have thousands of dollars to spend on these insanely good bots like Cyber, Kodai, Mech, etc. It basically gives manual users a little taste of that and gives them a better opportunity at copying the things they want. There's a ton of different features, like for example, each week we run slots for Supreme, all the limited sneakers that are releasing, but it's a lot more than just slots because slots are never a guarantee. Slots do not cook 100% of the time. No bot is a guarantee. Every week is gonna be different because when it comes to Supreme battling bots, and every week it is shifting and changing as to what bot cooks up the most. And if you've been buying Supreme for a while, you already know this. You know that some weeks a bot will do insanely well. The next week, a different bot will do insanely well. That being said, personally, I don't have a bot, although I would like to someday maybe get involved in botting, which the premium Discord also can help you with and kind of give you the tools and information needed to start that process as well. But for now, I just run slots every week. You guys have seen the slots hit for me. I got a COVID box logo, a ton of other things. And on top of that, like I said, slots are not the only feature. There's a sneaker stock market, so even if you do take an L on a particular release, it will tell you whether or not you should buy it then, wait to buy it, and then how long you should hold it before you buy it to make a profit. There's brick flips, so that way you can see items that are currently on sale all over the interwebs and then sell those directly on StockX. And a lot of times those involve almost no risk because the websites that you're buying from actually have free returns, so you can literally buy it, try to sell it on StockX, and then return it if it does not sell. They have early links, they have site lists, they have raffle monitors, so that way if there is a limited sneaker and they are doing raffles throughout the interwebs or on particular websites that have a certain number of pairs, you can enter in a billion different raffles and increase your odds of copying. There are so many different features in the premium Discord to give a little bit of an edge to manual users. Even if you want to buy sneakers accounts, you can just increase your odds of copying limited sneakers by entering multiple times on the sneakers app, which I think we can all agree the sneakers app is absolutely garbage. But like I said, if you want to sign up for the premium Discord, definitely check out the top link in the description and use my code STAR, S-T-A-R-R, for 15% off your membership. Now that being said, let's get into this week and discuss what is dropping because I'm telling you, there are some fire. Ow! So first up, we got the tees. Of course, they announced the Motion logo tee, or if you've been collecting Supreme for under a year, maybe you'll call it the Mogo. Now that being said, the Motion logo is obviously an extremely popular graphic used by Supreme. The origins of this logo dates back quite a while. It's actually from the title sequence in Goodfellas. I've had to say that like 3 or 4 times this season because for some reason, Supreme is just milking the fuck out of this logo, just like they did the bandana box logo. Now it does come in several colors, the forest green, the purple, the yellow. It looks like these are dropping in the same colors that we got the hoodies as well, which is pretty dope. And if that yellow is the same color, I would hesitate to buy that yellow because honestly, that yellow does not look as good in person. Personally, I'm thinking that purple or that forest green is looking oh so beautiful. Now, if you look at a lot of the other Motion logo pieces, the Motion logo beanies, you look at the Motion logo hoodies, they're not doing an insane amount on the resale market. However, this is a piece that eventually will go up over time. The Motion logo is going to be the first thing to go. It may be possible to cop because they will probably make a lot of these. So it might be possible to cop for manual users. For me personally, I'm I'm definitely gonna be running slots for the motion logo as well as trying to cop manually, so that way I can increase my odds and try to get multiple. When it comes to the black, if it's like the hoodie, it's gonna be white on black instead of red on black, which is kind of sad because the red on black is obviously, that's like the main color. And the reason for that is because you guys saw the title sequence. The title sequence was red on black as well. Those three colors will probably be the ones that I'll personally be going for. And when it comes to all the other tees, I normally don't care too much about colors. I usually just go for black everything. Sometimes I'll go for the special colors like the tie-dye or the camo, but personally I'm not really a fan of the camo. It literally looks like lizard shit. And speaking of lizard shit, we do have the lizard tee. This is actually one of the most upvoted tees other than the motion logo, which is kind of surprising to me because I don't care about this tee at all. You have these hedges with like a lizard creeping up over it. I don't know too much about the graphic, so I apologize. If you do have any information about this graphic, let me know in the comments down below. I'm still gonna be going for this piece. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really surprised this lizard tee is the second most popular tee right now, especially since they are dropping these Ichi the Killer tees. And these Ichi the Killer tees are definitely better than this lizard tee, hands down, and I would not be surprised if they resell for more as well. For those of you guys that are unfamiliar with what Ichi the Killer is a very gruesome film in the early 2000s. I sometimes don't really care for when Supreme references movies. I feel like they sometimes do not do them justice and they're extremely lazy. I'm not super familiar with Ichi the Killer as a film, but I do know that there are some references in these pieces to the actual film itself. When you get to the long sleeve, of course, you have the Old English text going down the sleeve. I'm a fan of the Old English. And then you have my man's on the front, and no, that is not Ichi the Killer. The individual actually on the cover is Kakihara, and he is a member of the Yakuza, and yeah, he's basically a psycho, but he is chasing after Ichi the Killer. Me and this individual Kakihara, that I'm just gonna try to say the name in this very over-exaggerated manner to hopefully hide the fact that I do not know how to say it properly, and I'm sure there are people correcting me. We have the same haircut. Also, who shares his haircut with us? Well, Leonardo DiCaprio and that dude from Atlantis. I think his name is Milo. Basically what I'm telling you guys is I'm going to be dripping like my man Milo in this Ichi the Killer gear. Literally an ocean of secretions will surround me once I drape up my body with this Ichi the Killer shit. I think it's actually pretty dope. Now this long sleeve does feature a big ass one on the back, and this one is actually on the body armor or whatever the f this thing is from Ichi the Killer. Now another Ichi the Killer is the split tee. As you can see, there's an individual literally cut in half, and that's kind of an iconic scene in the film. And then on the back it has a warning label. Now the warning label on the back of the tee is actually relevant to the film as well, because this movie or film was actually banned in several countries due to its gruesome nature. I mean, literally there are scenes of Kakihara. He breathes out of slits in his cheeks like a motherfucking fish. What a badass. This guy's literally a psychopath. He's taking my man Paul Cantu's phrase, fishes get you hella bitches, to a whole new level and transforming himself into a motherfucking fish. I really wish we would have seen more pieces referencing Ichi the Killer, or maybe an entire collaboration. Hopefully these tees that are dropping lead to a collaboration later on down the line, because I would love to see more stuff come from this. Now moving on, we do have another tee, the Anno Domini tee. Domini? I'm probably saying that wrong. If you've ever read the Bible, which I myself have not because I can't read, literally words look like the motion logo for me, but if you ever have read that, then you know that there are two acronyms that are very popular, BC and AD, before Christ, and a lot of people say after death. However, the actual translation to AD is Anno Domini. I'm never gonna say that right. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a fan of this tee at all. It looks like some Claire's merch. Maybe it's just the colorway they chose. Then it says spring summer 2020. I don't know why they need to date this shit. I'm still gonna cop like 3 or 4 of them. I'm gonna get 3 or 4 of all these tees. You have the marble tee, which has this little graphic on the left chesticle that says Supreme. It's like in this round spell out, and then on the back you have essentially a big ass marble that also says Supreme in the spell out. I'm not a huge fan of the graphic on the back. However, that being said, this tee's decent. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Then we got some tees that I absolutely, you know, the more that I look at this tee week, I actually don't like it at all. But that being said, resell's still nice, and it seems like tees have actually been reselling lately. Some of the most surprising tees are actually reselling on StockX, which is crazy. Anyways, next up we have the Social Security card tee. I don't know why. They literally just took a social security card, put it on a tee, put their brand on it, and I don't expect that much from Supreme, okay? I'm not like these other people that try to collect streetwear and expect streetwear to be like Louis Vuitton or Gucci or some other shit like that. But this right here is just absolutely bonzo beans. It is complete and utter trash. And while we're talking about trash, it's like, I don't even want to do this because I love Pitbull so much, but this Pitbull tee, what is up with this fucking regular ass 2004 DeFont spell out right here? Like, this is the worst graffiti spell out I've ever seen in my life. Literally, if you go to defont.com right now and you type in graffiti spell out, you're gonna see 40 different matches that look almost exactly like this. Absolutely disgusting, this spell out. I love the Pitbull idea or the concept, but God, they that shit up so hard. That could have been so much better. That being said, it's tee week, so we're getting all of them regardless. You already know I'm trying to get 3 or 4 of every tee at least. Now the retail on all these tees should range between like $35 and $45. The tees will probably be like $34 to $38, and then the long sleeve will be like $44 to $48. Like I said, I'm trying to cop all of these, and of course we're trying to get the carts big enough so that way we do not have to pay the $10 shipping. That's literally the third of a price of one of those t-shirts. So you know every single cart has to be over $150. So I might have to add the umbrella or the serape blanket to one of these carts as well, because the umbrella is finally dropping. We did get it announced and then it was replaced by the stapler, but yes, the umbrella with the Magnum condom attached to the side of it is dropping this week. Not a fan of this umbrella really. I think it's decent. I do like the checkered spell out, how it's kind of inverted. That being said, I do not need a big ass chessboard to prevent Jesus Christ from busting nuts all over me when it rains. So yeah, I don't need this for my personal. I will probably end up copying this. Maybe we'll see an Eric Whiteback custom where he actually removes this little plastic part and actually turns it into a Supreme condom. Who knows what my man Eric DIY will come up with next. But anyways, we also have the serape blanket. Now this is a piece that I'm definitely a fan of because I do think that this piece is sick as fuck. I remember as a young lad, my mother went to Mexico without me. Mom, if you're watching, I'm still pissed off at you for leaving me at home. But anyways, that being said, she came back with 2 little gifts. One was like a serape blanket. I'm probably butchering that name. And then also she came back with this little thing of rice that was like written on, which I have no idea how they did that. How the fuck do you write my name on a piece of rice? That is talent. Talent that I personally will never possess because I am talentless. But if you guys have never played Final Fantasy, you guys may not know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. Tifa is definitely a bad bitch. That being said, Aerith is a fucking ancient. And I got in this argument with someone in my comments who also plays Final Fantasy. I really just don't think you understand. Like, Aerith is a one-of-one rare holographic first edition Pokemon. That's a motherfucking Charizard right there. That's a bearded dragon on this weak-ass lizard shirt. There's only one of her. Like, literally, she's an ancient. You know what I'm saying? That's like wifing up an alien. You can't fucking beat that. I'm trying to wife up Aerith. I mean, I'll send them both at the end of the day. I don't really care. Anyways, that being said, we got the rest of the drop list. I filmed the t-shirt portion yesterday. That's why there's like this little hiccup or segment where it kind of like changed scenes. I was going to post it yesterday. However, I refrained from posting it yesterday because I just wanted to wait for the full drop list. So like if we would have got the t-shirts on Monday, I probably would have done it, but I didn't want to do like a t-shirt drop where that's like the majority of what's dropping this week. That's like the most important shit. I don't have anything against doing it, and I mean, to be honest, sometimes I do think that's like the better way to do it, so that way you guys can get the information out right away. But I was just kind of waiting to see if we got the drop list, and by the time that it was confirmed we weren't gonna get the drop list, it was already too late to drop, and so I just figured I would drop it today. But that being said, we do have the rest of the drop list, and the resale is looking nice. I'm telling you guys, there are a lot of pieces this week that are going to resell. This is definitely a good week if you want to get started with reselling. Like I told you, check out the premium Discord in the links down below. Use my code STAR, STARR, for 15% off your membership. Do not sleep this week. This is definitely an excellent week. Not to mention there are a ton of sneaker releases coming up this month, so I would definitely recommend taking advantage of some of the tools in the premium Discord to get involved with reselling. With most of these tees, if you do want to sell these, you are going to have to hold these over time. That's just normal for Supreme. For me personally, I normally don't have to hold. I can usually sell them at what they're going to sell for in the future, primarily because I do like a raffle based system. I do also have some low key steals coming up as well, so if you guys want to follow me on Robitussin Poppy, ROBITUSSINPAPI, you can do that. It's gonna be somewhere on the screen and the description down below. There's a lot of t-shirts that I raffle off for $100 that later on are going for $150 to $175. That being said, I don't really have the space to store products. I live in a small ass apartment, but even as a normal seller, you can still make money if you guys are smart with it and you guys decide to hold a lot of these pieces. Like I said, I'm going for black and everything. I'm not going for camo and anything. I was on Discord last night talking about the tees. I don't know why, but my boy Scrap loves that Pitbull tee. Like I told you, that shit is absolutely garbage. Garbanzo beans, the most disgusting t-shirt. I'm still gonna get all these tees in black. I'm obviously gonna go for the motion logo. I don't know what color I'm gonna go for yet. I do think the best colors will be purple, forest green, and black. The motion logo is the only one that is kind of unique. It will still go up over time, but I think right after the drop, it's going to be going for a little bit higher. Then it's gonna dip over the next month or two probably, and then I think it'll go up after like 6 months to a year. If you look at a lot of the motion logo beanies, those are actually going for right around retail right now, and those sold out super fast. Even the hoodies are not really going for that much money. Now, we also got the announcement of these mesh water shorts. This is another amazing resale item. I said this earlier in the season, water shorts are almost always a go. They're definitely a good piece to go for. There are some water shorts that are somewhat generic or redone that I don't normally recommend going for. However, these are definitely going to be dubs in my opinion. I would not be surprised if we saw size small resale, maybe size medium. That being said, obviously you want want to go for the size small. For some reason, water shorts are always a go. Not to mention, these actually might do well right after the drop, primarily because it is summer, so there are people looking to buy. That being said, if not, I would not be surprised once winter is over next summer, these go for bread. Like I'm telling you guys, water shorts for some reason always seem to do well with Supreme. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go for these because my main focus are obviously tees, and I do think the size small in these water shorts are gonna go pretty quickly. Next, I'm probably gonna butcher this individual's name, but we have the Shea Rayon short sleeve shirt, and this actually might go for money. I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if this resold down the line, and this is gonna be an item that I think will be relatively easy to cop drop day. I think you can still get all your tees and then go back and get a size medium or whatever size you prefer in this rayon shirt. The history behind this shirt is actually really sick, so if you guys are unfamiliar, Che or Chia Pet, whatever, Che Guevara is actually a revolutionary Marxist, and he was basically a leader or an iconic figure in the Cuban Revolution. However, this is not history class, and I don't think any of you care necessarily about the figure, but the story behind the artwork is actually kind of dope as well. So originally, this infamous artwork was basically fake. It was inauthentic, and then Andy Warhol, who is extremely known for the pop art style that this rayon is displaying, basically said that he will authenticate it. So by my understanding, basically just he will create it, but it'll be authentically from him as long as he gets the proceeds. So originally, basically, it was a fake piece of art that was sold as an Andy Warhol, and then Andy Warhol was like, no, I didn't do that, but I will do that as long as I get the money, the moolah, the cash money, skrilla, paper, yaver, cheddar, cheese, gouda, relish, cake, bones. So the story behind the artwork is actually kind of dope, and I do think this rayon is pretty sick. I could definitely see myself smoking a Cuban, even though I don't smoke anything at all, but you know what I'm saying, kicked up in Cuba, chilling, relaxing, maybe just going to Florida though, because I don't know. I would like to go to Cuba eventually. I want to just travel the world, man. After the coronavirus ends and the zombie apocalypse is over, I'm definitely traveling the world. But anyways, I'll probably try to go for one in a size medium for the personal. Who knows? Sometimes these rayons do really well. It could be a brick, I'm not gonna lie, but I think over time, regardless, this will be worth money, especially since the artwork behind this piece is so iconic. Next, we have the MCM. Yes, the Man Crush Monday IXVQR32, whatever fucking Roman numeral date is on this t-shirt. It's like a terry t-shirt, so it's gonna be made of a terry cloth. It comes in yellow, purple, black, and I think white. This is a piece that I don't really see going for much straight after the drop. It's gonna be $88. It's not really a piece I would recommend even paying too much attention to. I probably won't go for it. It's still a pretty decent piece. I don't like it for the personal, and like I said, in terms of resale, it's way too much of a risk for me to even worry about. I don't think it's terrible. I think the purple and yellow look absolutely beautiful on this piece. We have these velour tank tops looking like a fucking banana split or some Baskin & Robbins flavored tank top. These are absolutely disgusting. I don't personally plan on going for these. And then the hats are absolutely terrible as well. You have this visor hat, probably the most popular piece from any of the retirement homes in Arizona or Florida. I'm pretty sure that's where all these upvotes are coming from. It's a pretty downvoted item regardless, but it has, I don't know if it's just a normal ass visor or if it like changes kind of like a holographic card as you change the direction, but it kind of has this weird ass like plastic brim. I could definitely see some sexy grandma in the retirement home rocking this hat one piece poolside with the kids just chilling, her grandkids running around the pool while she's reading you know what I'm saying, I don't know, Granny Digest, whatever the fuck. Also, not to mention, we do have yet another piece for the elderly, which is this buckle hat. We saw them drop this weird ass hat on an actual camp cap, and now they're dropping it on a bucket hat. I normally tell you guys to go for bucket hats or crushers or whatever these things are called. This is such a terrible design. I don't know why I hate it so much. It literally just looks like it came from the 1930s. I could see someone driving a Model T Ford and wearing this like top of the morning to ya. I don't know. It's just absolutely disgusting, and I hate this piece with a burning passion. So any of the last 4 pieces I would not worry about, but like I said, there's still a lot of stuff to go for this week. This is a really good week if you want to get into reselling. For me personally, I'm getting all the tees. I'm definitely gonna try to get as many motion logos as possible. I'm gonna try to get those shorts, that rayon, the blanket, the umbrella. Some of these items may not resell out the gate. The blanket, I don't think will really have too much resale. I could be wrong, but it's still an item that I think is worth going for me personally. And I just like, there's a lot this week. This is arguably one of the most fire weeks, and it kind of saddens me because it makes me think this might be one of the last good weeks that we have from Supreme. We only have a couple weeks left, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after this, and there is nothing left in the lookbook. Nothing at all. Literally not a single thing, absolutely nothing, which means any following weeks is going to be carried by collaborations. But like I said, we do have the punch hole vans coming up shortly, maybe either next week or the following week. So that for me is definitely gonna be the item that I will be going for. However, what are you guys copying this week? Let me know. Like I said, check out the premium Discord in the description down below. If you guys wanna see a live cop, smash that fucking like. This is the first time I'm asking for likes in this video. That's actually crazy. Please take a second, hit that like button down below, show some love in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. And as always, keep living the star life. Follow me on Instagram as well. I don't know why I didn't say that earlier. The star life, THESTARRLIFE. And then while you're following stuff on Instagram, you might as well follow my Resell page, ROBITUSSINPAPI, Robotustin Poppy. Okay, anyways, peace the fuck out.
Bang, bitch, holler when you feel this. Fresh up out the county, tell them hoes to get up on me. I was in that motherfucker with some killers.